fucking bugs. Hi cuties! Welcome back to my channel. My name's Kerry and this is my little piece of the internet where basically I make what brings me joy and I share it with you. We are in a new little background location today for a new thing that I haven't done yet. I love watching knitting and crochet podcast videos and I thought that I would do one today. It is my first time doing one, so please be gentle with me. But I love watching these kinds of videos and I just thought it would be really fun. I have been doing a lot of making lately. I had major surgery probably 7 weeks ago now, and it was for endometriosis, and it was a long 6 weeks. I did a lot of resting, I did a lot of crafting, which I'll be sharing with you today. But I'm just still struggling a lot with like chronic pain and kind of getting back into the swing of things. So yeah, crafting just helps me honestly, like mentally just work through those things. I'm actually going to be dropping a day at my day job to rest, recover, try and get a handle on my chronic pain. Anybody out there that has any like chronic illness or chronic pain issues, you'll understand it's a tough time. But yeah, I'm just trying to like get on top of things, and the best way for me to do that is basically to spend time looking after myself, and crafting is one of the ways that I do that. I love that I had surgery for endometriosis and I have a little uterus in the background there. Very appropriate. Anyway, enough of an update from me. I want to go through whips, finished objects, new things in my stash, and plans that I have for the very nearby future. So let's begin. So we are going to start with FOs, finished objects. So I don't know when I'm going to post this, and I don't know, I did film some footage of me making this piece. I'm not sure if you would have seen that yet or not, but I am going to share with you a finished object. Now it is finished to a point. I haven't weaved in the ends and I haven't blocked it yet. Just because while I was in recovery I couldn't bend or really do anything, so it was kind of hard for me to block, and I wanted to sit down in an area where I could weave in all the ends because there are a lot of ends in this piece. But this is it. It's stunning. I will put it on for you, but yeah, I really, really love it. Oh, look at those colors. Okay, let me put it on and you guys can see what I have made. Oh yeah, that is a nice, clearly I need to weave in some ends in this jumper, but let me show you. This is it. This is the fit. I wanted it to be cropped because I wear a lot of dresses and stuff, and I just thought that that style would suit me the most. But yeah, the fit is amazing and the colors are just incredible. So this is the Monday sweater by Petite Knit. I started it a few months ago. I was inspired by James Makes Yarn, who has made a couple of jumpers similar to this, where you carry through like scrap yarn, and I love the process. It's actually my first finished jumper. The fit is incredibly good for me, so it's definitely not the last time I'll make the Monday sweater. It's gorgeous. I used, so I carried 2 strands of yarn throughout this whole process. So I started with 4, so I went to Morris & Sons and got 4-ply yarn in their, I think it's the Estate yarn, Superfine Merino. Expensive, not a cheap project, but it came together really well. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But I carried it with 2 strands, and then when I wanted a color change, I would alternate with the 1 strand and a scrap color. But yeah, it just came out so, so beautifully. Haven't worn it anywhere yet. Like I said, I just haven't blocked it. So this is the end situation we're working with. I just haven't been bothered to fix it. And I need to do that and then block it. It just feels like an incredibly big job. Like, look at all those ends. But it's a gorgeous sweater. I will 100% make more of the Monday sweater, but even just making a sweater like this, I think it could look really cool if you have like a black with like the scrap yarn. I think it would look just absolutely gorgeous. It is spring here now, so I don't know how much longer I'll be able to like really wear jumpers and things, but I am in like southern Australia and it is quite cold down here, so maybe I'll be able to get a little bit more wear out of it. I just need to sew in the ends and block it, and then I can wear it officially. Like I said, I would absolutely make it again. Such a great fit, and yeah, just a really lovely like first sweater to finish, to be honest. I am so happy with it. So that's my first finished object. Now my second is, I have had these crochet tapestry pieces that I finished a little while ago, but I hadn't actually put them on dowels to hang them, and I just thought I would share them with you because I finally finished them this week. This one's a little grumpy rabbit. It's my first crochet tapestry I ever did from a pattern, and I hand dyed some of that yarn. So that one, very cute. I just thought this makes it to the FOs section because I finished them this week. This one, I actually made the pattern myself on Stitch Fiddle and felted, I don't know if you can really tell, felted the eyes. Also did the backings and finally put them on the dowel. This one might be my favorite. So cute. Hand dyed this yarn, felted eyes again. I've sold this one to somebody very lovely, so I'm excited to ship that one off to them. And then this one, I started with the intention of keeping it for myself, but I'm not entirely sure if I will or not because I don't know if I love it. But yeah, long giant tulip hand dyed yarn, and I made the pattern myself again. And yeah, felted face features. It's very cute. I'm just not entirely sure if I love it as much as I intentionally set out to, you know. So they are my finished objects over the last few months. I'm really happy that I actually got some of those finished because especially the crochet tapestry, that was just sitting in my pile for such a long time and I was just putting off doing them. So I'm really happy that I finally got that done. Now we are on to whips, works in progress. So I finished my Monday sweater, I think a couple weeks after surgery, because I was really slow to come out of like my surgery, post-surgery haze, and then I only had like half a sleeve or something. So after that, then I cast on this gorgeous sweater, which I had in my mind for a really long time. It's called the Front Porch Pullover by Andrea Gorgon, I think. I don't know how to, or Guffin, I don't know. Had this in my mind because I really love like an oversized, comfy, like cozy jumper, kind of slouchy drop shoulder situation. And then I bought some yarn when I was at the Bendigo Sheep and Wool show, and from an amazing creator, Hodgepodge Yarn, and I started making this. So as you can see, variegated yarn, really beautiful colors. I love that it's a color that I don't, I don't really use a lot of blue. I'm usually going for like bright pinks or like, you know, those kind of colors. And so like I saw this yarn and I was like, yes, because I thought doing the pink ribbing is really nice and contrasting compared to like the variegated pattern and the pinks in there. So yeah, I finished a sleeve, as you can tell. The only thing I don't love is how some of the colors are pooled. Like the sleeve looks really cool, but then there's like this big pooling bit here. Not entirely sure if I really love it, but I'll try it on to show you. The fit's pretty good, and the pattern really easy to follow. I think the ribbing and the only thing that I changed with this pattern is that the ribbing and the like all of the ribbing on the neck and the sleeves, etc., is meant to be twisted rib. I'd never done twisted rib before, and I really like just regular 1x1 rib, so I was like, I'll just do 1x1 rib. But now I'm wondering if it kind of alters the fit of it. It's less like slouchy, like as you can tell, like that fits me quite well, which is nice. But yeah, I will show you how this fits. So this is the fit of this one. One arm out. Sleeve, actually, I think this is the first time that I've tried it on since I've finished the sleeve. It's quite cute. I think it's definitely looking how I want it to look. I think I'm just unsure about this, like, 1x1 ribbing situation. I wonder if it would have looked better if I had done twisted rib. The other thing that I'm having issues with, as you can clearly see, especially on camera, is that I changed balls and of wool like halfway through the chest, and so you can kind of see like the clear changes in the color. And yeah, I just don't love this pooling of the yarn here. My mum was like, yeah, it's a cool feature, and I'm like, I don't know if I see it like that. I mean, I think the pattern is really great, the front porch pullover, but I'm not entirely sure if this yarn is good for it. And I am considering frogging the whole thing and potentially doing something else. It is really, really cute. And I would like to make the front porch pullover again, but I just don't know if I should maybe save this yarn for something else, maybe carry it with something so that there's less obvious differentiation between the balls. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I don't know if I'll get to frogging this because I am moving in a couple weeks. But I do really like the contrast of the pink. This pink is get out of here, like neon. It's so cool. Definitely goes. Oh, I'm so torn. I also don't love how like there's these two bits, and look, that's just the nature of variegated yarn, you know, like you just don't know like how when you put it together, is it going to be like super duper consistent, is it going to change? I think like it's also just the nature of like hand dyed stuff, you know, like even if it's dyed in the same batch, there's going to be different parts that take up different yarn, different, like there's going to be variations, right? And that's one of the beauties, is that like, you know, dye is going to be taken up in some areas more than others. Yeah, it's cute, but I'm undecided on what I'm going to do. Let me just go look at this in the mirror. Okay, just went and stared at myself in the mirror for a bit. I'm unsure. I think it's a really cool pattern. I definitely want to make it again. Pretty easy make. I'm just not sure, and I feel like if I want to frog it, I'm gonna have to frog it soon, because I don't want to start a whole sleeve. And honestly, I haven't touched this project in about 2+ weeks, because I just have this feeling that I don't know if I want to complete it. And if I want to just frog the whole thing. Honestly, I probably will just frog the whole thing. And then just find a pattern that kind of like will do the yarn more justice, you know? Anyway, gorgeous yarn, gorgeous pattern. Just don't know what I'm going to do with it. So pretty. It's actually so funny because I think a lot of knitters knit because they have like anxiety, you know, and it helps to calm the mind. But then I think like there is so much anxiety on whether or not you should continue a project. What yarn should you pick for a certain project? Like there's a lot of like uncertainty and like not knowing what's the right decision to make. So I don't know if you guys struggle with that, but I do. So let me know I'm not alone in the comments so that I, yeah, feel less alone, I guess, because I have so much beautiful yarn. I actually like went through all of my yarn last night and it was just insane the amount of yarn that I have. And looking at it all, I was like, I don't know what to do with all of this. I've got a million projects in my mind, but will they look good with a certain yarn? Will it bring me joy? You know, it's just, I love the act of knitting, but yeah, am I making the right decision every time I pick up the needles? I don't know. So that is one whip. What else am I doing? Okay, so my next whip is a crochet project because when I couldn't figure out if I wanted to continue with that jumper, I decided I might go back to crochet for a bit. So a few, probably 6+ months ago, I was working on a bad art challenge and I had found stitch fiddle, and this was also when I was like in the height of like making tapestry crochet things. Found stitch fiddle and was like, oh my god, I can make my own patterns. Really excited. So I made this pattern. You can do it. It's in like my handwriting kind of. I just thought it would be really, really cute as a big crochet tapestry thing, and I could put like a cool border on it, and it would be a really lovely handmade piece just for me, which I don't make a lot of handmade pieces just for me. After having a small clothing business a few years ago, I kind of get into that mind space of like, I need to monetize my hobbies and like I need to sell things. And I am trying to like really steer away from that because it's not good for my mental health. And yeah, I'm just excited to make something for me, for my house. I got a new chair in my lounge and I'm thinking about putting the You Can Do It tapestry on the back wall. But I am moving, and wherever the chair is, I will probably put this tapestry. I'll show you how far I've gotten with the tapestry. I've finished the bottom bit and I'm really happy with it actually. Let me just make sure I'm not tangling anything. So I've done Do It. I could just finish it there. But yeah, it came out really, really good. I kind of was a bit, I was a bit rusty when I got back into the crochet tapestry, but I'm really happy. Like, it looks very similar to the chart. Sometimes because the single crochet, because I do single crochet when I do crochet tapestry, some people do double. It's probably worse if you're using double crochet. When you're doing single crochet, they're not exactly square and the stitches are kind of odd shaped. So that's why sometimes you can get like, you know, you'll have like weird bits here and there. But I feel like from far away, it does what I want it to. And I'm really, really happy with that. So yeah, I will continue on with that. And then hopefully in the next video, I will give you an update. I'm hoping I'll have like the next letter bit. I don't know. I also don't know how often I'm going to be doing a crochet knitting podcast. But that is that project and I'm really excited. I think it'll just be really, really fun to make something for me and not for anybody else. So the next project that I'm working on is kind of, it's in the works. I've started. I am doing Peachtober this year, which if you don't know, Furry Little Peach is a really great YouTuber. She's on Instagram. She's a really amazing illustrator. And every year she does this project called Peachtober. And a lot of artists will get involved. Basically, she has a list of prompts for every day of October, similar to like Inktober and things like that. A lot of illustrators kind of participate in it. She will have a list of prompts, and this year I was umming and ahhing and I was like, I'm so busy. I'm coming off of like major surgery. I'm moving house. There's so much going on. But I really, really want to participate because every year that I don't participate, I feel left out in a way, like, and sad that I didn't prepare myself or, you know, be more on top of it. So this year I've decided to do Peachtober. The designs are really simple, but I've decided I'm going to crochet my daily entries. Now, that sounds insane. Like, it just sounds insane. Crazy amount of work. It's the middle of September. I've started. I've designed most of the designs on Stitch Fiddle for the tapestries. They'll probably change as they go though, because as I found the other night, some of the designs don't work. But I'll show you this one. So this is the first prompt. The first prompt is acorn, and I made this tiny, cute little acorn tapestry. I'm undecided whether I'm gonna add little eyes, because I love to add eyes to my art, so I may do that. But yeah, really happy with it. It's really cute. I was thinking I would have all 31 prompts, put them all together in like some sort of like large tapestry wall hanging thing, but I don't know, because I think like just on its own it's very, very cute. So I've made that one, and I also made this one. This one's for one of the prompts that is further on in the month, but it's spots. Of course I had to do a butterfly. Super duper cute. Like, it came out really, really good. But yeah, together I've blocked them. Oh, how good is blocking? Together they look so, so cute. So yeah, I'm undecided, because I think it could be a really cool like tapestry situation, but I don't know if I have a wall big enough to like put it on. I don't know. But I'm gonna make that decision sometime in October as I'm like making them. But yeah, I'm really, really happy. I think they came out really, really good. I'm excited to just do, I've done like some cute little like stop animation videos of it, just to show like my process. But yeah, it's been like, it's just really cute. It also doesn't take me a long time. Like, I think in the whole, probably one of those 3 hours or something. And I think that that's okay. Like, at the end of the day, sometimes like I just want to sit there and do something that like will give me that gratification of finishing something. Also, this has been a good thing for me, because I have to really simplify my ideas for the prompts. Like, I just have to simplify them so, so much. Like, even the acorn, I think I wanted to have like a leaf or something, couldn't fit it. I have to fit, I think the grid's like 36 by 38 or something, and I just had to fit it within those constraints, and that's all I can do. So that's been like a really good thing for me, because I tend to overcomplicate things, i.e. me doing a crochet tapestry challenge. What? Anyway, and I am thinking, because I will have those little Stitch Fiddle charts, I may also potentially put them on a website of some sort, or maybe on Etsy, like if people really like the little design, and they can make their own, change the colors, etc. So yeah, I did the work for the thing. Other people should enjoy it. Also, I'm so sorry if you can hear background noise. I am filming in my front room today, and I live kind of near a main road. Sometimes it's not too bad, but today seems to be a bit loud. So I hope that you can hear me okay. I am going to be getting a microphone sometime soon. Fucking bugs. I am going to be getting a microphone sometime soon, so I'm hoping that my I'm hoping that my audio quality will be a little bit better when that happens. So that's the Peachtober project. I'm starting early. Let's hope that I can actually finish it at some point. I don't know. I've never been able to finish a Peachtober project. I think I get halfway and then I run out of ideas, or I run out of time or something. I'm dealing with a lot at the moment, but it's something that I really want to prioritize, because I just really want to do it one year, and I feel like this year's the year. So I'll show you what I've made at the next video, I guess. Now this isn't a whip, this next one, but it is something I'm about to cast on, and I'm very, very excited about it. So at the beginning of the year, I went to New Zealand with my partner, and one of the things that we didn't have a lot of time because we went there for a wedding. One of the things that I really wanted to do while I was there was just go to a yarn shop. Especially we were in like kind of a rural area, and I feel like those yarn shops are sometimes like the coolest, and we're in New Zealand, for goodness sake. Tons of wool. So we went there, we found this cute little yarn shop. It was kind of like a chain in New Zealand, I can't remember what it was called. But I got this cool yarn. It's acrylic, so it's not even like actual wool. The thing that I was looking for at the time was bright colored variegated yarns. They had some bright colored like wools there, but they didn't have variegated yarns that I really loved. Then I stumbled across this. It's called Countrywide Yarns Opals Machine Wash 8DK, and the color is called like Lolly or something. Anyway, my partner and I took as many as we could. They were like $4 or like $5, like they were so cheap, and the colors are just so cute. Look at those colors, look at the bright colors. It's just like rainbow, you know, it's fun. Got it home, thought okay, bought like, I don't know, 14 balls or something. They're only 50 grams. I was like, I don't know if that's going to be enough, what I'm going to make out of it, whatever, but we bought the same batch at the whatever we could find at the shop in the same batch is what we bought. And then I brought it home and I was like, okay, let's like swatch with this. I made a swatch. This swatch was terrible. It says here, so it's meant to be DK. And it's got here 19 stitches, 26 rows, which is kind of like on par with like a DK weight, right? I tried to do that. It says 3 to 4 needles. Tried to do that. It was no good. It wasn't truly an 8. It wasn't truly 8 ply DK. I think it's more a sport weight after like kind of knitting other swatches with it. I think it's more a sport weight yarn. So that kind of, you know, put a bit of a damper on the plans with it, because obviously a 5 ply yarn isn't going to travel as well. It's going to travel further, but you know, you don't have as much of it if you want to like make something. And I was kind of limited, but anyway, I've got 14 balls of that. And then I was scrolling Ravelry, a couple of, I mean, I'm always on there looking at what's new, what's hot, and I did find this really cool pattern that I didn't know what I was going to do with. Now it's called the Lonely, I think it's called the Lonely Leftovers Vest. It's very cool. It's very fun. It uses garter stitch, which is something I haven't used before. I've also never done an I-cord. So I was like, okay, fun. I can do something that's very cool, but it's also going to be something that I think I'll wear. Like I think over dresses and stuff, it could be really cute. And I think just the colors, like, you know, you could wear a lot underneath that. Anyway, I initially saved the pattern because I was like, oh, this would be cool, like to make out of leftovers and have like a cool and I'd have like a cool multicolored vest situation that I could like wear a lot of things under in the in-between seasons. Anyway, fast forward to a few days ago, I decided to do a knitting swatch of that yarn. I can't remember what size needles this is on, but cute, right? It looks really cute in a knit. I didn't do a whole swatch because I knew I wasn't going to like use it. Okay, so didn't know what I was going to make with this now sports weight yarn that I thought was DK. Please tell me if that happens to you guys, because I feel like they will market a certain ply. You go to do the gauge wash and it's like, hang on, no, this isn't right. And I do find that sometimes with like, especially the cheaper kind of like yarns that aren't like acrylic yarns that are in bright colors and stuff, they tend to say, oh yeah, 8K, but it's 8 ply or DK weight, but it's not. It's more like 5, sometimes 4. Anyway, let me know what you think. Anyway, so fast forward to a couple of days ago, and I was looking at what I'm going to knit for spring, summer, and I'm like looking at like some cool tees and stuff. Then I thought, hang on, I've got that sports weight yarn that I got from New Zealand, which I really love the color of. That would be really cool in a tee. I could wear a lot of different colors with it. So I did a swatch. I can't remember what size needles this was on. I want to say, oh, 3.75, I think, because that was the needles that the pattern I was looking at was on. So I started to do a gauge swatch. Really cool colors, super funky. Will it? Yeah, beautiful. So nice. Clearly didn't do the whole swatch because I just wasn't convinced that Also, I want a t-shirt that doesn't have holes, and I was just worried that you might be able to see through this. Anyway, which is probably just me being like worried about nothing. Anyway, wasn't super happy with it. Then I went through my other patterns on Ravelry, and I remember the Lonely Leftovers vest, and I was like, ooh, okay, it needs worsted or like 10 ply yarn. And I was like, I've got this like light sports weight yarn. What if I held it double? Could I make this vest? And then I was like, I don't know, but let's do a swatch for it. And oh my God, I love it. I love this swatch. Oh, it's so, so cool. Like, don't tell me that isn't cool. Also, like the feel of it, it's so like, I've never done garter stitch before, so I didn't know this. It's so like soft and light and spongy, and like it just feels like, yeah, I want to wear this. Like, it just feels so cozy and awesome. And also, because the yarn is variegated, if I'm holding double and they have colors at different intervals, I feel like it's less obvious when there's like color changes or like when the color repeats. Like this just, oh, I can't stop looking at it. I love it so much. So, needless to say, I'm gonna make the Lonely Leftovers vest with that yarn, and hopefully this is what it looks like. I'm going to do a blue I-cord with the tie. I think that will be just so, so stunning. So excited, and I've already been dreaming up like dresses and stuff that I could make to wear under it. So, so cool. So I want to cast that on today because I just haven't been doing a lot. Had a really busy first week back at work after my surgery, and I've just been absolutely exhausted. So I'm really excited to just like cast on a new project, something that I haven't had a lot of experience with, making a vest, I-cord or garter stitching. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. The only thing I am worried about is that I'm carrying double. Am I gonna run out of yarn? Because I've only got 14 50-gram balls, and I don't know if it's gonna be enough. But I can buy some off their website. They just won't have the same batch number, because this was like months and months ago. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I'm very, very excited. Whoa! Okay, now we are on to stash, acquisitions, things that I have bought in the last little while that I want to share with you. Some of them I have swatched, which is very exciting. So, okay, we are going to start with this gorgeous yarn that I got from an Australian maker called Rainbows and Sprinkles. I found them on Instagram. Now, I've been searching for a little while. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yarn, but I've been searching for a little while for like a natural base with like sprinkles of color. Something that like you could carry with something, or that you could use in like color work, where there's, you know, there's enough plain color with like hints of speckles that like it's not going to get washed out by like another bright color that it's next to, you know? I hope that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, this is it. It's a really, really cute, really lovely like speckles of color throughout. Some bits like heavier in color than others, but I don't think it matters. It's just, honestly, it's gorgeous. It's called Fairy Secrets, and it's on their 8-ply base. Yeah, Rainbow and Sprinkles. Very, very cool. Now, I got 400 grams. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. Might use it for some color work idea that I have. Actually, there is a color work jumper that I would really, really like to make, and I think that I could use this yarn on it. I'll put it up here. Can't remember what it's called. Smiley jumper? I don't know. But anyway, I wound up a ball. Now, I have a feeling that the ball that I wound up just didn't have a lot of like contrasty bits. Like there's still flecks in there, but just like not a lot of contrasty bits. But I did the swatch for it. Let me just get it out. Where is it? The swatch is pretty cool. So this is the swatch that I knitted. Like I said, like not super duper obvious on the color. I think some of the other skeins of yarn will have like brighter speckles, like more speckles, but it's like cute, you know, it's subtle. It's subtle, that's what we wanted. So I'm feeling like pretty good with it. Oh my God, after I blocked it, oh, the feel of it. Oh God, it feels so nice. Just so lovely, like to touch. That was a joy to block that. So I got that. I also have been organizing all of my yarn, and I've been putting yarn that I have the same of, been putting in some bags and putting a little tag on there. So 400 grams of 8-ply Rainbow and Sprinkles Fairy Secrets, 100% wool. Just so that like I don't have to go searching, you know, if I can't find something, I don't have to go searching for it. I'll know, okay, I think I've got like a few skeins and then they're together. Like I won't have to go trying to find one random skein somewhere. So that one, and then this yarn. Now this maker, I love their stuff so much. They are in Melbourne. They are called Wool & Works. They do so many like beautiful colors. I saw them at the Bendigo Sheep and Wool show, but honestly I was so overwhelmed at that show. I didn't know what to do, didn't know what decisions to make. I just felt totally overwhelmed. And like when you're that overwhelmed and you just love like some yarn and you have to also do the maths, like I just couldn't, I was too overstimulated. I just could not calculate what I needed to do, and I didn't want to buy yarn of a certain colorway and not buy enough or buy too much. Like I just couldn't figure it out. So I just decided to walk away and then hope that they would do an online restock, and this maker did, and I'm so happy. So this colorway I love so much. I've got it in its own little project bag. I bought 6 skeins because I didn't know how much I'd need or what I wanted to make with it, which just seems classic, doesn't it? So Wool & Works, this is The Real World, which I think is part of the Barbie collection. And oh my God, so gorgeous. I don't even have to say anything. Let me get another skein out because it's so nice. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. I love it so. Get that bit out of the way. I love it so much. It's so pretty. So the only problem was they didn't have a lot online. They had worsted merino and then also an Aran merino. Now I know that they're slightly different weights. The worsted merino has 180 meters in 100 grams and the Aran merino has 160. So this one is slightly thicker, but I was kind of like, I don't know, you know, an extra 20 meters in 100 grams. I don't feel like it would be super duper obvious. So I bought just 6 skeins. I think I've got 4 of the worsted, 2 of the Aran. I just kind of bought them all out because I was like, I need this. It's a yarn colorway that I've been thinking of for such a long time, and I was like, I just need to bloody buy it. Don't know what I'm gonna make. Was thinking about this wave sweater. Forget who the maker is, I'll put it up here. It would potentially go really well with another yarn that I have. I just don't know. I think with this, I'm just unsure. I'm feeling unsure about making sweaters with variegated yarn where I don't know if the colors are gonna pull in certain situations. Because obviously, especially with like the neck and shoulder shaping, like, you know, when you do short rows and stuff, like it's going to impact where the color lies, and I just don't know. I'm not sure. So I was kind of like, if I do like a color work sort of jumper and use this, I think that could be really cool. The only thing is that I haven't done any color work yet. I'm kind of intimidated. I think I might be getting a color work book for my birthday, and it's like the color work Bible or something, and I really wanted that because I was like, okay, this is where I can like dive into color work, figure out the best way to do it. You know, I could just Google it, and I have, but I feel like there's just so many opinions on the internet that you just don't know what's the best one. And I feel like I also want to kind of like put together a like little knitting book shelf situation that I can like, oh, I've forgotten how to do something, and it's just there. I don't have to be like lost on the internet. So that's this yarn. I have swatched it. And same thing as the other yarn, like it's just so soft and so beautiful. I really love it. It's really bright. I'm not sure what I knit it on. I want to say like 5mm needles, but that might not be right. But this is it. Gorgeous. Stunning. Like absolutely stunning. How pretty is that? I think a good contrast color could be maybe like a purple. But I did compare it with another swatch that I made of this other yarn that I got ages ago. This blue yarn. Oh, it's so pretty. These two together, I think for the wave sweater, I think could be really, really lovely. I'm just scared. I feel like I get really scared when I've just spent a lot of money on yarn. I don't know what the best way to use it is, but I really do think that they complement each other the best. So I was thinking this in the back of the wave and then this as the wave. Yeah, but that's a project I won't need to start for a while because I don't know. It's late September here. It's meant to be getting warm. By the time I finish the jumper, it'll be summertime, you know? So I don't know. That's not a project I need to worry about now, but it's definitely a happy addition to the stash. So if you haven't followed Wool & Works, please do. Also, wound up, flipping gorgeous. How freaking cute and beautiful is this cake? Stunning. So same thing, got all of that in its own little bag of bits, which is really lovely. I just honestly, I was bagging all of my yarn last night and I was like, I love this. My brain that loves to organize stuff, loved it. Took forever, but I loved it. Now, I think that might be it for yarn stash, but I swear I have a couple. It's gonna be a long fucking video. Showed you the gauge swatches. Oh, this one's good. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you, these aren't yarn, it is project bags. So I have not had a project bag. I think I had like a small laundry hamper that I bought from IKEA that I was just like storing all of my yarn in when I was like doing a project, and I was like, you know what, I want a fabric yarn bag. Now I could have made my own, I just couldn't be bothered, so I bought this one. It's not called a yarn bag. I think it's just meant to be like a regular kind of tote, but it's quilted and it's really pretty. Oh, isn't it so pretty? And look at like the quilting detail. It's like purple quilted. So it's by a brand called, you can't see, it's by a brand called Mosey Me, and they make a couple of these bags and they're just stunning. Wasn't cheap, but it will fit a lot in. It's got a couple of pockets on the inside, which I really, really love. Pocket on the outside too. I feel like if I was taking my project anywhere, I could feel really safe with this in the bag. And it's also got a zip, which, yeah, it's really, really beautiful. I'm really, really happy with it. And it's just like big, you know, if you have like a whole sweater or you have a project that takes a couple of skeins of yarn, I think it fits really well. The other thing, these were all purchases that I made when I was in recovery. So I was just like, yeah, I'll just get these things. The other purchases I made is I bought these little bags that I thought would be really good. I really liked the Baggu like zip up like bags. I think they're like on the go or something. I thought something like that would be really cool to put my projects in and like bits and bobs, but then I actually looked around and I found these and I kind of like them better. So these are from the Somewhere Co. Yeah, these are from the Somewhere Co. This one is a big one, so it came in a set of 3. I think for 3 it was like $60 or something. Like, again, not cheap. But yeah, so got that big one. Got this little one. This one has my tapestry crochet in it. and it fits in there just perfectly. And then I also got a little baby one, which I just have like my stitch markers, my scissors, like my little things in there. But yeah, it comes as a set. It was really hard for me to pick a set actually, because I didn't love all of their colorways, but then I was like, oh, I'll get this. Like, this is probably the closest one to the one that I like. A few days later, they released like a pink one like this, and I was like, damn it. But anyway, that's always the way. Okay, now my last thing to show you is I bought some Chow little needles. Now, the reason I got this is because when I was working on my front porch pullover sweater, this one, I don't like doing double pointed needles, and I don't like doing the magic loop method on like a wrist or on like a neckline. I hate it. I only want to use circular needles, and I found myself just like buying like different sizes of like the smaller circular needles, and they just still weren't small enough. So I decided to get this little pack of twist shorties, and I couldn't believe when this came in the mail. This is so tiny. It's like half my face. Like, it's just so small, but it's so freaking cute. And you open it up. Now, this is a set of 12 sets of needles in here, from size 2 to 3.25. There's tiny cables in there that measure from 13, 15, and 20 centimeter lengths. There's also end stoppers, tightening keys, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't believe this. So these are the tiny cables. So tiny. Just so tiny, but I love it. I love a tiny thing. And then when I first opened it, some of the needles fell out, and I was like, oh God, like I was on the couch and I was like, please, I don't want to lose them in there. They're so teeny tiny. So like I said, you've got from size 2 to 3.25, but some are 5 centimeters long, and then you've got some that are 3 centimeters long. So really, really little. But I really also want to get into knitting socks. Just for me, like just a fun little project. I think I'm also going to get like a sock. I'm going to get like the sock project, that book. Yeah, so this will be absolutely perfect for that. I'm so excited. I don't want to do double pointed needles. I only want to do circulars because I really like them. Okay, so this is also my last acquisition. I also really love this. You could like attach it to your bag, your handbag, one of my project bags if you wanted. It's just so freaking cool. I think that's it. I think that might be it. I feel like I've talked for an hour. So you guys will be just like fully sick of me. But I think that I've kind of caught you up to date. There was just a lot to kind of catch up on because I obviously haven't given any updates for the last little while. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed. What's next is I am going to be, like I said, working on the Lonely Leftovers vest, which I'm really excited to cast on. I don't know what it is about casting on a project. Just really gives you some like dopamine or something. Boy, I love it. So I'm going to cast on that today. I'm going to work on my peach toe bar, like crochet squares, and yeah, hopefully I'll have an update for you in a few weeks on how far I've gotten, what I'm doing, what else I'm making. Probably some more yarn that I've gotten or I'm going to buy for my birthday. I'm actually going down to, my birthday's on Friday, and I'm going down to a yarn shop on the Mornington Peninsula in Hastings, Little Woolly. Never been there. I've bought from them before, and I'm just so excited to go and just like stare at all of the yarn for a good couple of hours. Maybe I'll sit there and knit for a while, just see what the vibes are. But yeah, and then in a couple of weeks you will be seeing me from a different space because I am moving house. Me and my partner found a really lovely place to live, and it's a little bit further away from the city, which I'm a little bit nervous about because I've kind of been in the inner northern suburbs of Melbourne for a while, but I'm kind of getting sick of like the traffic, the road noise, you know, the expense of it all. So yeah, we found a really lovely place. I'll be moving in there. Maybe I'll do a moving video. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a packing, putting together my new studio. I don't know. just see how I feel. I think like as much as I love documenting things, I kind of find it hard sometimes to just be like in the present moment and also videoing things. So we'll see how we go, just see what happens. But I'm really excited. It's a bigger space. Means I'll hopefully be able to have like a setup that I can do videos from all the time. I'm so excited to just like set up my cozy chair somewhere, put up some of my art. Oh, it's gonna be so, so lovely. So yeah, I guess I'll see you whenever I'm up to doing another video and sharing with you what I've been doing. I hope that you've enjoyed this little knitting and crocheting vlog as much as I've enjoyed talking, because I do really love to talk, and I really love to watch these. So I really hope that you've enjoyed watching what I've been making. Yeah, I love sharing. I love seeing other people share, and if you've got any like cool things, or if you've tried any of the patterns that I have or have any of the products that I have, please let me know, because I would love to chat to you about it. And oh, before I go, you might not have been able to see this whole jumper. Might show you. Comedy Act Cord Full Cream made this. I tie-dyed it, but yeah, very, very cool. Anyway, I will chat to you guys soon, and I can't wait to see what we're going to be making in the next couple of months. Bye! See ya.